7B, and this is REZ-2025-16, Copeland Road Subdivision located at 2480 Copeland Road. This involves 18 acres. It will be served by county utilities. It is currently R-10 with conditions, and the request is for R-10. Mr. Dillon.
Thank you, sir. As stated, this is a current R-10 property that does have 7 conditions on it from the 2018 case. You'll see them there in your packets. The request came in for straight R-10. Staff analyzed the request based on the urban service area, noting that the property is also within the airport overlay. It's also within a grass and groundwater recharge area, but a suburban character area which does recommend R-10 zoning. The main property sits upon Copeland Road with side access potentially through Lester Road. The TRC did analyze the request and recommended the following 5 conditions, some of which are familiar. Number 1, all new lots shall front interior roads. All lots adjacent to the western border and southern border of the subject property shall either exceed a minimum lot width of 100 feet. There should be no manufactured homes or mobile homes, no 2-family or duplex residences, and a minimum lot size of 1/3 acres along the southern border instead of a 1/4 acre. This is an example of the original site plan meeting those conditions. This is a visual overlay of the property. This is the applicant's site plan that was attached with the application. Again, this site plan more or less meets all the proposed staff conditions. And again, here it is with a general overlay. And I'm going to zoom out here just a little bit to give you a little more of the area. You'll note Lowndes County School there to the northwest. There's also been discussion of expansion of some schools here. Copeland Road is also on a TIA project. So with all those factors and the standards for exercise of zoning powers, staff recommended approval with those 5 conditions, as did the Planning Commission unanimously at their regular meeting. It is within your purview to add any additional conditions if you feel the need to do so. With that being said, you do have a recommendation 9-0 for approval with the 5 recommended conditions.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dillon. Any questions from Mr. Dillon? All right, hearing none, we'll move into the public hearing portion of the meeting. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition? Hearing none, is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this request? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record, please. Sir.
Matthew Uman, Access Engineering, 2759 Copeland Crossing. I'm the engineer for the project. JD did a great job of outlining everything. Don't really have anything to say other than just we're excited to do another project in Lowndes County. Just answer any questions you guys may have.
Any questions?
Have you considered one entrance and exit off this property and that one ingress and egress onto Lester Road?
We've not done it from Lester Road. We've looked at it off of Copeland. We feel it's better to come off Copeland Road side, just to layout of development. We like it better off of Copeland, just because that's the bigger road. We didn't want to put any more traffic on Lester Road because it's kind of a smaller roadway network. But we did look at one road, like one entrance, and kind of like the 2 entrances better. Thought it served the subdivision better. Just became a long route to get in and out of subdivision for those on the backside was kind of our only viewpoint of that.
According to our ULDC, one entrance and exit is appropriate for this number of houses or lots.
It's allowed, yeah.
And entering and exiting on Copeland Road is a little tricky, I think, because of the school in front of this piece of property. And one of our main obligations in this county is public safety and, of course, financial responsibility. So I would like to see one entrance and exit onto Lester Road, which is a paved road. It's got water and sewer running through it. So that was the hold up the first go around, the dirt.
Yeah, and as far as the safety, you know, I know under our new code, we allow any lots of one access point, like, you know, so that's the new under the code. It used to be 25. To me, I don't love that. You know, I think where we can, we need to provide 2 points of ingress and egress. If there were an accident or something in there, there were to be an accident or something happen on the backside, and we try to get emergency services vehicles back to them, I don't really like that. I know, I do just say off the Copeland now, and it's well understood, well received, but I don't like the one access to the subdivision. Just if we did have an accident or something happen on the road, or for whatever reason, you had to do maintenance, and somebody did an emergency back, and we couldn't get an ambulance or a fire truck back to that back residence, it's just kind of a concern for that. I know we allow it, but I think we gotta be careful doing that. I don't like doing that.
Two entrances onto Lester Road would be okay with you. I'm just
Yeah.
wanting to keep that as much traffic as possible away from that school,
Yes,
with
sir.
little kids.
Yes, sir. And I know that neighbors behind us, on Lester Road, we've had discussion with them. I know some of the neighbors back there would rather go off Copeland. I know they don't, that's kind of a concern. They would rather come off Copeland. They feel they have a quiet road. It's kind of, it's more of a quieter neighborhood behind us. Mr. Guest, so his neighbors back there, I know they would certainly prefer Copeland. So, we're for discussion either way, but that's kind of was the reasoning to keep on Copeland.
So is it fair to say there was negotiations, somewhat, if you want to label them negotiations, some effort to resolve this before it came?
That would be, I would like to say when you said that Scotty, we were trying to honor the wishes of the neighbors behind us. We're doing the 30-acre lots on the bottom side to be, the larger lots on that southern side. Trying to buffer from Mr. Guest. I know he had some concerns last time. Just trying to be as nice to the neighbors around us. There's really, we're doing 100-foot lots on the west edge, and then the ones on the south are 100-foot wide and they're larger. So it was to be nice, as nice as possible to the neighbors. And I don't think they would love the Lester Road access point. So that was why we had our call. It was just to try to be as good a neighbor as possible. Yes, kind of. We did try to listen to the last concerns from the last meeting.
So would there be any interest, and I'm making an assumption, but assume that there's no exit on the Lester Road, would you object to a condition of the developer providing fencing and some type of buffer to Lester Road?
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking, and let me tell you my logic behind that is, versus selling lots to individual builders, or even, a couple of different builders, and then different fencing. I'm thinking long term. I know that some other developers in our community have taken the responsibility of shielding that, buffering that. It's consistent. It all fades at the same time. It tans at the same time. Versus having a bunch of segmented rear yards.
Yeah. It's hard to. I know what you're saying. You don't want to look different, right?
Keeping in mind, there's 6 lots in addition to what the original plan was.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm well aware. I think these will all be built at one time, Scotty. I think if we want to condition that we build those all at the same time, so that the houses are built at the same time, I think there's ways to do that. We could make that condition, that the developers start on one side or build them all in the same order, on that side, because they're going to put fences up. You build these R-10 type houses, almost all of them are going to have fence in the backyard, privacy fence in the backyard. I do get your point as far as for doing that. I think we could phase it so that it's one builder's going to be building the whole thing. So, if we want to condition to build those lots at the same time, not kind of hopscotch around like you're saying.
I just want to make sure you're in a unique position, because if I understand, you're representing the developer who is also the builder.
Yes, sir.
But I think here tonight, you should be representing the developer.
Well, he does get where it goes fast.
Let's put that responsibility on the developer, if that's the way to go as well.
Yeah, I think that the question is, what Mr. Ornstein is looking for is some consistency on that buffer, on that fencing, rather than leaving it up to individual property owners, and then it can kind of look like a patchwork quilt going down Lester Road. If we're going to do that, having some consistency and have them go ahead and have the responsibility of putting that fence on that sidewall in there.
That's the condition.
Is that kind of what you're looking for?
Yes, sir, but that's assuming that, I know Commissioner Wisenbaker is talking about the entrance on Lester. Either way, I think this would still apply.
Right?
I'm talking about safety,
Okay, well, let's not,
not having all the traffic go to Copeland Road, where you got a school, and possibly a new school going to be built across the street.
Mr. Wiseman, I appreciate it. Let's get through the public hearing portion, and then the commissioners will have their opportunity to speak after that. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Are there any other questions for Mr. Henry? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We got about almost 3 minutes. Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor of this request? Anyone else would like to speak in favor? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting. Now, commissioners, I'll turn it over to you for your consideration.
I got a question.
I move we approve with the conditions, with a sixth condition, as presented, adding the sixth condition that the developer be responsible for the fencing against Lester Road, prior to selling the lots to the builder.
Okay, so you're putting in the motion to approve the request with the 6 conditions that was presented, and the responsibility of the buffer fence on Lester Road would be on the developer.
Correct.
Okay. Does everybody understand the motion? Do I have a second? Okay.
A second.
We have a second. All right, any discussion? Hearing none, we will call the vote. All in favor of the motion as presented, please raise your hand. 3 to 2, the motion carries. Thank you.